Okay, let's go.
Hi y'all, I'm Redheaded Neighbor and welcome today to the channel. Welcome to our little place on the interwebs where we listen to music and we get a little weird over here sometimes, but we're all okay with it and I bet you are too. So you should stick around, grab your headphones and listen to some great music because y'all have been introducing me to Yes, and I feel like I'm starting to get a bit of a feel for them because they are not easy listening. You know, I feel like it's parts of your brain that lie dormant have to wake up to hear them. And this song is sponsored, and if you want to sponsor a song, look in the description. It'll tell you how to do it. Make sure that you email me the exact link that you want, because if you share it on like the PayPal or something like that, I'm not gonna get it. Those links never work. So I hope this one will do. So let's go. I need to experience that again. Dang, that bass line is nuts. And so are these drums. What year was this? This was in the early 70s, right? I saw that the remaster is for 2008, but when was this recorded? Oh, did you hear that guitar? Okay, this is a good place to pause. I feel like, you know how they say listening to classical music and things like that are good for children and babies' brains, make them good at math or whatever. I feel like this would make you good at math. I should have listened to that as a kid. I could see some really cool high school choir teacher bringing this in and going, okay, kids, we're going to learn this today. Like, how cool would that have been? Okay, and can I just say, those of you who have listened to Yes so much that you know what is coming next and when it's supposed to be there, because all of their songs are like this. They're so complex and there's so much going on. I mean, bravo to y'all, because golly. Okay, so I had a lot of thoughts going. But I guess the one that I'm really going to share is, it fascinates me to think, I don't know what year this was, but I'm assuming it was in the early 70s, right? So if it's in like the early to mid 70s, it's not long really until like punk music starts making it like a more mainstream. It may have been around, I don't know. But basically my point is the comparison between, like, you had to play your instrument. Like, there's these types of studio recordings and live where if you were not bringing it like gangbusters. Like if you were not like phenomenal, like that's what they were looking for. Like everybody had to be masterful on their instruments, or you had to sing, you had to do all these things and do it with like great flair and passion. And they would make it purposely as complicated as they could, because that was the thing, like proving how good you are. And then we had like the era of punk, right? To where the pendulum kind of swung over, where you could just be like raw. And it's like, man, we don't really have to play our instruments. We can still bring that groove and that vibe and, you know, get the emotion across without having, we're going to just kind of prove that we don't have to follow that type of regimentation, right? And I feel like it has gone back and forth. Like in the 80s, you know, we had guitarists that like you had to really be able to play, and then the 90s are like, you know, 3 guys, 3 chords, 3 hits, that type thing. I don't know really if the pendulum is gonna go back to this. I mean, there's obviously bands out there now where they can play, like really play. And I've said before, I see a lot of that kind of going over into more of the countryside and bluegrass even. I'm seeing a little more of it on that end than I am in the rock. Obviously, we still have, you know, bands all over, but I kind of feel like right now we're in the midst of a bunch of fast music, you know, like easy to put out. We're going to make a sound bite so it will play well on TikTok or Instagram. You know what I mean? Like this is not sampling music. This is music that you have to take in and digest it. And like I said, some of you have done that so much that you know, like, this is the recording right here, and this is, and it was done here with this and that, and oh, that should be, you know, you guys are, I mean, that's another world. It's another time. And I feel like songs like this are just a time capsule, like a genuine, I mean, they are a time capsule, but it tells a story of something I feel that we lack a lot these days. And it's not that they're not out there, because they are. Talent never ceases. It's just not what is getting the praise and attention. And I'm ready for the pendulum to swing back in the way of this. With today's flavors, if that makes any sense. Anyway, it's a long reaction. Sorry about that, guys. Until next time. But it was a long song.